Hello, Informed Crows. I'm John from the Hot Informer. Today I'm going to be giving you my 2024 review of the Creepy Christmas Show at Field of Screams located in Mountville, Pennsylvania. So today I'm going to be giving you my 2024 review of the Creepy Christmas Show at Field of Screams located in Mountville, Pennsylvania. And I had a wonderful time. I got to hang out with mobile friends. Shout out to Tim and Katie. It's always a wonderful time hanging out with them. And I got to hang out with Rich and his son and from the Haunt Review crew, and we had a great time. We really had a wonderful time that night. I really enjoyed it. There was so much to do. They still had the mini escape rooms open for the off-season event. They had the axe throwing. They had all of the carnival midway style games, and they also had the hayride open. So this was the official opening of the Haunted Slayride, and they actually had special merch for it printed. They had hoodies and shirts for the Haunted Slayride with a modified logo, of course, that's Christmas themed, and it was very fun. I got a picture of it, and I'll show it to you in this video for sure. And we also did a mini escape room. Rich, his son, and we all did a mini escape room. We did the captured one, which is the easiest per se out of the three. And I had done that one in the past, but it hadn't been for a couple years. So then we tried our hand at it together, and we figured out mobile clues. And I don't want to ruin it for you, but it was a lot of fun, and we worked together, and I helped get us through part of it, and then they worked together to get us through another part of it, and we got out. So, and I think we still had a minute 30 left. So, yay, we did it. That was my official first win in a mini escape room. I'm usually terrible at those things. So I'm happy that I got out, and that was a fun experience. Thank you, Rich, for getting the ticket for me. That was a great time. So definitely a positive experience there. Lots of fun. And the screen turned green, and you're like, yay, I won. And they opened the door for you. So it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that. That's the one where someone has to volunteer to go into the cage. And first you have to get the person out of the cage, and then you have to figure out how to get out of the room with another door. So that was really neat. I really enjoyed that. And I was the one who won the cage, and we figured it out. So a lot of fun there. Like I said, there was mobile attractions there. They had both buildings open, the Den of Darkness and the Frightmare Asylum, and they had the Hayride open special for this event. It was called the Haunted Slayride. And my favorite of the three was definitely the Haunted Slayride due to the interactivity from the actors and their aggression, and overall just the skit lines they were doing, because it was very festive. All their costumes were great, and the makeup, and I really enjoyed it. There was lots of Santas and evil elves and goblins, and yeah, lots of good stuff there. I really enjoyed it, and I'll tell you about that in this video. So I'll start with the Haunted Sleigh Ride because that was my favorite. From the very beginning of it, they changed the soundtrack where it's Christmas themed, but still like rock music. It's like a mix of both. And they had the pumpkin, like the Pumpkin King with the Field of Screams name in front of it. They had that themed out with Christmas lights, and they had the Experience the Chill. They had that themed to Christmas as well, Christmas lights, so that was really neat. So after you go under the Experience the Chill sign, you would see the Willie's Slaughterhouse scene, and that starts out with a shack, and they have Christmas themed music going on there mixed with the rock music, and you actually saw the character from A Christmas Story and the ugly bunny outfit that they gift him. The scare actor kicked the door down, and he actually had the gun, and he had like the Rough Rider gun. It looked like that. So, and he had makeup on where it looked like he actually shot his eye out. So that was great. I loved his energy, and he jumped on the wagon after he shot the gun, and that was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that. Excellent start to the night. I actually got to see that character later on and took a picture of him by the Frightmare Asylum. Have that in this video. And the aggression from the actors was excellent in there. We actually were on the side of the wagon right next to the table. So the lighting effects started there, and then the wild gore, like the wild boar from the actomatronic from Gore Galore starts moving on the other side because an actor is controlling that. And then the one character ran out of his hiding spot, and he was dressed up like Santa, and it looked like Santa was eating this gory pig, and that was gross. And then all the scare actors start coming out at you, and there was tons of pig butchers, and they were doing a great job, very aggressive, getting in your face, coming after you, and that was awesome. That was an excellent start. Shout out to the one scare actor that did a cartwheel. That was incredible. We actually left the scene. They were still lingering on the wagon, and he did a cartwheel, and wow, that was incredible. That was an excellent start to that hayride. Absolutely love that. After that, you go to the Shade Cryogenic Testing Facility. I'm happy they gave the live mic to the scare actor in there, the evil scientist, and he was asking if you wanted to have a good Christmas, and he was trying to get us hyped up and get a good crowd reaction, and that was fun. And then all the scientists started attacking the wagon and the different monsters, and that was a good time. I really enjoyed that. Shout out to Shattered Effects for multiple really good quality silicone half masks. These different monsters, they looked very intimidating, very creepy. It was fun to see those out in the wild. A really neat effect they added to that scene this year for 2024 during the haunt season, and it was still working for the Christmas event, was there's a moving platform in one of the scenes now, so the wagon will actually lift up and move around. So that was pretty awesome. I always enjoy moving platform scenes, so that was really enjoyable. Really well done. Excellent effect there. You keep on going, and there's so many different scenes on this hayride. I thought all of the scare actors were doing a great job. I really enjoyed that toxic waste dump. Their energy was great, jumping over the sides, getting in people's faces. They were awesome. All the barrel effects were working, and the horn effects, and it was so much fun. I always enjoy that scene. Makeup's always on point with the UV makeup, always looks great. And some of the best scare acting on this wagon was definitely the Clown Barn. I love their energy. As soon as that music hits and it starts getting heavier, all the clowns emerge, and they're coming out of nowhere. Some they are acting like props, and some just come out of all their hidey holes, and wow, they were intense. They were very much in your face. They had horn effects. They were coming after you. One scare actress came at me, and she was like trying to get me to be scared, and I was like, ah. So that was fun. We were joking around, and there was lots of great energy in there. They were running all around the wagon. There was a bunch of scare actors in there, at least 6 or 7, and it was really aggressive and really well done. Love that. Excellent makeup and costuming in there for sure. So definitely a lot to see in there. And I really enjoyed the greenhouse. The greenhouse is a beautiful scene. There's so much to see in there, with there's prop bodies coming down from the ceiling, and these spider mutants attacking the wagon, and all the monsters in there. So there's definitely a lot to see in there. That's always an intense scene. We were on the side with the actimatronic of the snake from Gorgalore, Slither, and it came right at us, so that was awesome. And the brand new scene they built last year, the Fear Factory, where they have all these prop bodies from Ghost Ride that were custom done for them on this assembly line where they're all moving around you. And it's really impressive to see that scene. It's very cool. I loved all the scare actors in there. One of the scare actors was Santa, and he got on the wagon and started talking to us, and he followed us into the scene, and there was evil elves coming all after us, and goblins, and I really enjoyed that. And they had this massive guillotine there, and they had this grinder, and there was all kinds of cool things there. And the scare actor portraying Santa actually came to Rich's son and said if he was good that year, and he said he was, and he said his dad wasn't, and that was hilarious. So yeah, it was really good. I enjoyed that. And there's just so many good scenes on there. I love the redneck scene. They were definitely firing on all cylinders. I really enjoyed them. Shout out to Tiny. He was doing a great job. I loved his aggression, and he was doing an excellent job. He had the skit down perfectly, and then all his redneck friends came out of the woodwork, literally, and they were all over the place coming after the wagon, messing with people, and it was really great. I really enjoyed this hayride. This was one of the best run-throughs I've had of the Haunted Hayride at Field of Screams because of the aggression and just the overall enjoyment of the actors. They were doing such a good job and really putting their best foot forward. I really enjoyed this. Tormented Twister is always a great time. The massive vortex effect you drive through and stop in for a second. And finally, you went to Letch's Tunnel of Terror, the last section of the hayride where the crazy chainsaw maniacs are coming after you. It was a very cold night, so I understand why some of the scare actors were wearing hoodies and they were hiding it with their costuming. And I understand that because it was a very cold night out. It was like in the 30s and very chilly, so I understand that. So they incorporated that into their costume and were hiding it. So that was good. I liked that. And they were doing a good job. And I loved the one chainsaw wielding elf in there, and the other one looked like he was wearing someone's face, and that was cool. They did a great job making sure they put the chainsaw by everyone's feet and coming after them. So that was a fun time for sure. And after you get off the wagon, you will then go through a normal sized vortex tunnel, and that is the end of the hayride. So we had a great time. We really enjoyed that hayride, the Haunted Slayride, official opening of the Haunted Slayride, and that was easily one of the best run throughs, like I said, I've had of that hayride because the actors were doing such a good job. So massive shout out to the scare actors. So now I'm going to tell you about my experience in the Den of Darkness. And just like the Haunted Sleigh Ride, they had Christmas theming throughout this attraction with the different ornaments and the scare actors and all the makeup. And it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that. So from the very beginning, there was aggression from the scare actors. Massive shout out to Dinwiddie from Laurel's House of Horror. He was guest scare acting there. And a massive shout out to Squeaks, and Curran was there, and also to the Tomster. Shout out to all of them. I love their aggression. They are excellent chainsaw scare actors, doing a great job. And a shout out to PJ Lifeless from Lifeless Creations and Fright Farm. Shout out to him for making Squeak's mask. It looks awesome. So really enjoyed the aggression right off the bat from them. They were coming after us with the chainsaws, and they were awesome. Really great job there. Really getting us in the mood, the holiday spirit, but with scares, and that was really good. I really enjoyed that. So from the very beginning of the Den of Darkness to the end, there was holiday theming, Christmas theming. There was actually a crazy Santa talking to us in the first scene. He was talking very fast and acting very manic and going insane and coming after us. And he disappeared into this closet on the side. And then we went to the first scene. And the first scene was pitch black. You couldn't see anything. It was very dark in there. We were pushing past these prop bodies. And then we went to that greenhouse area with all the different vining and all these different pustules and things. It's really gross in there. Custom props from Ghost Ride, and scare actors were coming after us in there. I'm going to the tool shed where it looks like it's a garage, but like a demented garage with all these tools, and there's this monster coming at you like a vine monster above you. We went to the next scene where it looks like all these bodies are being stitched together, and one scare actor offered Rich's son a candy cane, but he didn't want it, and that was funny. And we keep on going, and there was the scare actors in a cage banging and coming after us, and that's always a very detailed scene. Go into the demented kitchen. That was fun. Scare actor coming after us in there. Takes you to the bathtub scene. That scare actor was very creepy, coming after us with a towel, and very unsettling in there. Definitely messed with us. And I love the renovated demented like cannibal dinner scene there. They renovated that for 2024 and changed it up, added new video effects in there, and they changed up the props and the set dressing in there. And it was very beautiful in there for the holiday theming. They actually had prop candles and the gory body that looked like people had been eating it. And it was very detailed, very beautiful in there. And they actually, a shout out to LW Ariel. He was in there. He was taking video for a video shoot for the Creepy Christmas event for Field of Screams. He actually distracted me. I was like, hey, there's a camera guy recording us. And this character came out of the corner and startled me and like grabbed my shoulder. So that was great. So you got me startled, man. So that was fun. Going to the ballroom and you keep on going. Of course, with the option of crawling or walking, we did the crawling through the crawl space, crawling over the prop body. Went into the morgue and the closet, and that takes you to the newly renovated doll room. Really enjoy that doll room. It's incredibly detailed. Shout out to Kylie, the lead of makeup there. She had custom makeup on where it looked like it was like a mix of an evil elf, but with like blue highlights and like little sparkles and things. It was really well done. She always does excellent makeup there. She said that Christmas was over because she was holding a prop head of Santa. She said, Christmas was over. I'm coming after you, little boy. And that was hilarious. So great job there with Kylie. Keep on going. There's multiple crazy dolls in there coming after you. So that was definitely a great scene. keep on going, and you go through the dark maze, and of course at the end all those crazy chainsaw characters are coming after you, very aggressive, making sure they put the chainsaw on your back and your legs, and go through that meat locker, and that was great. Always have a good time in the Den of Darkness. And right after that, we went to the Frightmare Asylum. And just like the Den of Darkness, lots of good quality scare acting in there, lots of holiday theming from the very beginning with all the Christmas lights and ornaments, with the whole electric chair scene. That was good. They actually had ornaments on that, on the band of the guy's helmet that he has on, like in the electric chair. They had ornaments on that, so that was funny. They had it fully themed out with that. And you keep on going. There was multiple doctors in there, and the one doctor was asking us if we were having a good time or in a festive spirit, and I was like, yeah, I'm having fun, and that was a good time. A massive shout out to Ben Bentley in there and all the scare actresses in there. They were doing such a good job in that demented waiting area, patient waiting area, where it looked like he was Art the Clown. It looked like he was dressed up with the Christmas outfit, and he was laughing and doing all the mime work just like David Howard Thornton does. He did an excellent homage to Art the Clown. Love that. He was doing a great job. And the one elf was saying that if you sat on his lap, she would give you a present, and none of us would. And he was like miming that he was laughing and everything. That was awesome. Such a good visual. Definitely seared in my brain. Definitely enjoyed that. And all the other crazy scare actresses coming after you. And a massive shout out to Echo. She was doing a great job in there. And you weave through that whole area, and there's so much to see in there. Lots of aggression from those scare actors. And you keep on going. There's so much to see. And really enjoyed it. There was so many different scenes in the Frightmare, and definitely shout out to Sapphire and her team in the shower scene. That was very disgusting, with different people coming after us and saying different off-color jokes, like saying they lost their jingle balls and things like that. That was funny. So then we went to the autopsy scene. The autopsy scene, there was a scare actor with prop pliers, and he was coming at us saying he wanted to take our teeth, and he said open wide, and I was like, and he like tried to take my teeth out, like joking, but with like in character and stuff. It was fun. So yeah, that was enjoyable. I definitely enjoyed that scene. Went to the clown area. Multiple clown characters came after us. One actually followed me into the claustrophobia bags. So when I was pushing through that, this character actually was following me, touching my shoulders through that. So that was pretty wild. Hadn't had that experience before. You go through the strobe lit scenes, like the bug scene, the Silent Hill nurses inspired scene, the checkered scene, all that good stuff. And you go to the crazy quarters, which is very claustrophobic in there. Multiple scare actors were coming after us in there, and it was very cool. I really enjoyed that. And near the very end, you go through the lab, and the lab was very cool. They definitely had it themed out to Christmas with mobile holiday theming with the different ornaments and the garland and the lighting, and that was fun. Definitely enjoyed that. The characters in there were doing a great job coming out of the woodwork. Definitely very aggressive, doing the drop down scares and the door scares, all that. They were definitely coming after us, doing a great job. I like the new animations they had in there with props from Ghost Ride. They were well done. I like those new animations for 2024. And it was just a great run through of Frightmare. We had a good time in there. And then we went down the steps, and the chainsaw characters came after us. And that was a really good time. So after Tim and Katie had some food, and they tried out the food from the Hero Place, the Greek food truck they had there, after they tried that food, we went through the Frightmare Asylum together. I got to go through the Frightmare Asylum again. Thank you to Christine. That was a great time. We had a run through with there, and at the very end, we did the whole chainsaw chase out with the scare actors, and I mean like every chainsaw scare actor came after us. You'll see the footage for sure in their video. Have them linked below. And there was like 6 chainsaw scare actors coming after us, chasing us, Dinwiddie, and everybody there. It was insane. It was really awesome. And Tim got footage of a chainsaw fight where the chainsaw characters were acting like they were chainsawing each other, and oh, that was so awesome. So that footage will definitely turn out really nice. So excellent time at Field of Screams. Always love it. Definitely a shout out to the crew members for making sure that bonfire was going. So we made sure everybody was warm, and it was just a fun environment. And I got to have a picture taken with Bonjo and Crunk. It was like a Christmas version of them, so it was like a Christmas Crunk. And Bonjo had this outfit where it looked like he was a candy cane, so that was really fun. And Breezy was there. Shout out to Breezy. She always does a great job. So it was fun to see the Midway acting. They always do a great job there. There was Krampus there as well, and evil elves walking around, and it was a great time. So I always enjoy going to Field of Screams. They always do such a good job. The theming is always immaculate. Scare actors always do a great job, and the makeup. Shout out to Crystal. Shout out to Kylie. Sapphire started doing makeup as well, and everybody that did the makeup, you always do a great job. So, really enjoyed my experience at Field of Screams for the Creepy Christmas event. I really enjoyed the Creepy Christmas event at Field of Screams for 2024, and I definitely recommend going to any of their off-season events. They're always a good time. Doesn't matter which holiday they do, they always knock it out of the park, and I definitely look forward to going again in the future. That was the Haunted Informer. Hope you enjoyed. Subscribe and hit that bell icon so you get a notification every single time I put a new video. Give this video a thumbs up and share with your friends. And I'm on social media, and you can find all those links below. And tell me which one of the attractions was your favorite during the Creepy Christmas show at Field of Screams. Tell me all about that in the comments below. And as always, happy hauntings.